It's starting.
I'm muting up.
Oh, okay. Second attempt. We're gonna do it differently this time, though. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of Wyvide, back here again with more Trailmakers. I don't know if you guys caught all of what I just said, but that's okay. I was hoping you did, but if you didn't, it's whatever. Because I know the stream likes to be a little funky sometimes. Anyway, we tried this like literally 15 minutes ago. Game aired out, so we're changing things up a little bit. We are just going. Also, we're joined by Jet Dragon and MPK, but who cares?
Wow, you are the rudest little piece of crap I know.
We're just gonna cover these three beautiful fighter jets we got here: the F-22 Raptor, the F-35 Lightning 2, also known as the F-35B variant, and the Sukhoi Su-57. We're just gonna skip some stuff because if the game wants to be that way, I want to get to the best stuff first. Also, Kermit Crafts, welcome back. Thank you for being in whatever that last stream could be called. Anyway, we're just gonna start off right off the bat. F-35 Lightning 2. Of course, it's photo real.
Because it's legit what we're talking about, of course, it's photo real.
Oh, it has
Everything's gonna be bloody photo real.
It has to.
If it ain't photo real,
as far as I know, especially on PlayStation, I don't know about PC. But at least on PlayStation, this is the most realistic F-22. Except for in speed, it doesn't go that well, but that's what the Spectre's for. This also doesn't have any guns, so it's definitely not a dogfighter. It's definitely more of a display aircraft in my ranking, but that's okay. Chat, what would you give this in terms of looks out of 10?
Looks, I would give it a... The wings are very large. That is the thing. But again, it's photoreal. Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. It looks really good. I do like it. Hey, yeah, there's another person. There's 3 people watching.
And pull that up. We can come back to that later. For now, and at the end, you guys can pick whatever one we want to go back to, and we can do a deeper dive into it. But actually, I want to save this for last. This is my little baby right here. This is my favorite.
Yeah, he made it with his girlfriend. Totally.
That's not accurate.
Yeah,
but
you're right.
In terms of best looking, shut up, Jed. In terms of best looking, in photoreal, I prefer this Su-57 to the F-22. But independent of my judgment, I'll let you guys decide. Of course, it does have, you could call them leading edge flaps, also roots, flaps, whatever you want to call them. Both the bottom and the top of this plane kind of come to a weird, narrow compromise. Do I have a sub, like a submarine? No, I don't. I really only build airplanes, dude. It's like my specialty, but
yeah, not something that's a good thing.
Coming back here, I use the sunrooms as the inside of the jet engines. I'm kind of proud of that. I've seen a lot of people do it, and I finally decided I was gonna try it. I think it was Scrapman who showed a plane off in a video.
So yeah, if you don't know him, then now you do. Search him up. He's got good videos.
Yeah, stop plugging Scrapman.
What? Why not? But subscribe to us first. Subscribe to legit.
I'm trying to show my plane off. Anyway, coming off of that.
Isn't this the plane that you have like infinite bomb bay technology on?
Yes, it is. Also not my idea. I didn't develop it. I saw someone on a server using it, and I went, I need that. And this just turned out to be the plane to put it on. Anyway, proceeding after that,
That plane was made when legit had a lot of ideas on things to add to a plane, so it kind of ended up being a test plane in a way.
this?
Yep.
If you can call it
Like
that.
the sun
Do
rims.
I build missiles? I do, but I don't really like showing off my missile technology. Cause,
He's built a couple missiles, but there's this one
I don't like
that's
talking about
like
techniques.
a main.
I forgot this is on the toggle because it has.
There's one missile that's he's built recently that he's very proud of and refuses to show to anybody.
Yep.
Except for me, because I always get the inside knowledge.
Nobody's gonna share it, or nobody. Well, I guess maybe I'll show it, but definitely not how it works. Anyway, this was the final of like my advanced fighter jets. I might have one more. I don't know. I'd have to look. This is my F-22. I know realistically, this little divot in the middle goes up to like here, but eh. Once we get in the air, you'll see why. Doesn't matter. So
Give me a
getting
second.
it into the air, of course we top out at 250 miles per hour. But I'm just kidding, this is cruise control. It's actually a lot faster than that. It's actually 4 times fast, well, almost 4 times faster than that. There's the sound barrier. And we just keep going. We just keep going. I love this thing. Honestly, if I'm on a server and I'm dogfighting, this is the plan. This is the one. I personally don't think I'm the best example of how to build, because I kind of build in the most annoying way possible. But, and I know nobody asked, but just a tip on building. You know, I might show one of my first planes. Because it's all about time. You're looking at this, but I've got like 1,300 hours in this game, so it's not that fair.
I'm back.
So, but if I come into here, and of course there was a glitch.
Laggy?
I don't know. Anyway, F-35. I don't know how I had the audacity to call this an F-35. But you know, this was one of my first planes, and I mean, yeah. Do I need to say much? So, I mean, that's my biggest tip.
Better than most people's first plane, I would just like to say.
This isn't my first though, Jet. My first is even worse.
Okay, noted.
This plane used to have VTOL, and then it stopped.
Then, because of certain updates, it's just no longer.
Oh wait, actually. Oh, never mind. I'm just dumb. It does still work. I don't know what L1 does.
Didn't that thing used to have like what's it called? Like turning, sort of like the Water Anthem has, using those back fins.
What do you mean?
Oh, don't worry.
Anyway, so yeah, that's my biggest tip. Really, like, it's time. There's nothing else. It's just time. That's the difference.
Also,
So.
by the way, Cross, we did see the comment you left on the last one before it cut out. And thank you.
Yeah, this is the only missile I built. Aside from tactical nukes and stuff like that. And I guess this is kind of outdated, so I can show it off. It is my NA-1 missile.
I love how you have to find ways to justify you showing off your old stuff that was at a point in time top secret.
Well, I mean, it's still really good. and I'm still not going to post it on the workshop, but if you guys want to know how it works, these bomb bays are set so each one is, this thing's broken. It's not meant to be like this, but it's supposed to be like, this would be 1.25, and then this would be 2.5, and then, and the order of these doesn't really matter. It's all about the timing. This is 3.75, and then that's 5. And the reason I do it to where it triggers off 1.25 seconds after launch is that, I phrased that weirdly, but it's so that it doesn't detonate right behind the plane. It's easier on the airframe, and it makes for more consistent launches. Same with these gyros, which aren't on a delay. That's okay. These are, normally these wouldn't have inputs hooked into them, but there's no seat attached to this, so it's just showing them anyway. And yeah, so you drop it, and then, and this is the secret to building missiles. Or logic gate, you set it to like R1, make sure you hit toggle, and then have it hooked into everything in here. And because this is kind of like a glide bomb, in fact, it's a cluster bomb. Yeah. Gosh, I don't even remember what I was saying. But, oh yeah, it's because it's a glide, cluster bomb, whatever you want to call it. The space thruster on the back doesn't activate when it's in a dive.
Error has occurred.
The other thing, these are to make sure that it goes vertical in flight, allowing for maximum payload delivery. And then this rotates the craft at a desired speed to ensure that it doesn't blow itself up, but also that it gets the maximum range of the bombs. And I can drop it. And I think a good plane to drop it from.
Do you have Trailmakers? Do you play it?
Probably on PC.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway.
He said he was on.
I'm going to drop this. We're just going to drop it from the Wyvide Ghost, since it is one of 2 planes in my fleet that can actually support
the dropping of bombs.
Yeah. Well, but it's a designated bomber. It's not designed to do anything else. It's not a multi-role. Based off the B2 Spirit, that I hesitate showing it because it is a bomber and not a fighter jet. But we'll just bomb MPK, why not? Who I think is muted, but that's okay. Close up the bomb bay. And that's about the range of the NA-8-1 cluster bomb. Feel free to steal the design, it's pretty old. I mean, it's not pretty old, it's only like a week old, but still. I've got bigger
According
and
to
better.
legit standards, it's old, because that's bloody legit for you. Bloody legit.
There's always better, dude. There's always better. I guess that's the next tip, really. I don't know why I'm giving off tips, I don't feel like I'm qualified to. But, always strive for better. I know when I was like building planes, I'd always take them onto servers and get absolutely demolished by other people's stuff. And I think that's a good thing. I guess I'm just justifying the fact.
This stream's only gone on for 13 minutes. I thought it would have gone on longer.
Yeah, but got a lot to talk about. I'm surprised MPK is not gonna. MPK, you know you're muted, right?
Oh.
That was not the goal. I did not want to crash
You need to stop muting yourself, MPK. Jesus.
It's my controller, alright?
Okay, if you say so, Mr. MPKK. MPP. KK.
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
I lost the
saying?
missile.
Of your nuke?
Yeah.
Or bomb?
You know that really good Yeah, I lost that one.
Well.
Now I have to
Not a
see
good
if
thing.
I remember how to build it again.
It's okay. What other planes do we have?
No, it's rather me.
That's gonna okay. Big secret of this, I'm not gonna show the engine placement because that is way too OP. But I am going to show drag glitch. You can find it everywhere on YouTube. But this is how you do
As
it.
long as you like search up.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna show it anyway. I'm not gonna show any of the internal workings of this fighter jet because
Because that's a no-no.
exactly, it's classified. But
Classified information. We work with the FBI.
not really. But I don't really want people to go 900 miles per hour while I'm trying to dogfight them.
Here's a tip. It's with a mini thruster.
No,
If
Jet,
you want to call it that.
Jet, shut up. And it's not many thrusters, but anyway. Big secret, these are untouchable blocks. You spawn them in, make scrap, put them on a sensor, and then they disappear.
Don't forget the make scrap part, or else you will lag out or
They won't
the
lag
entire
out,
game.
but it'll like explode.
Yeah.
Oh
It'll
yeah,
explode
this was something I wanted to show, but I couldn't because the Phantom Sky Edition wasn't working. This has leading edge trim as well. So, and it's 700 of 700 complexity, and if it wasn't, I'd have changed the nozzles on the back thrusters, but it's okay. The F-35 in real life has square nozzles. Again, it was developed in the 90s. Its first flight, I believe, first operational flight was in December of 2005, and the first test flight was sometime in 97. It was actually designed in 1991, went against Northrop Grumman YF-23.
Why are you giving us a history lesson?
Because this is my favorite plane that I'm flying it right now. I don't know how we didn't get coins for that, but that's okay. Yeah. The thing is a beast. In all respects and regards.
I might be able to convince Legit to set up a Patreon to sell these, or to have these things. I don't know.
Jet, they're on the workshop. Except for this. This is not on the workshop.
No, the things that aren't on the workshop, I might be able to convince Legit to make it
who would pay for that though?
people.
No, I don't see why someone would pay just to have a really good fighter jet in a game.
Yeah, but then they can absolutely dominate their friends.
Yeah.
See, guys, I'm working on convincing him, and I'm slow. And
He's not going to. Anyway. Yeah, no, this thing is great. Let's take a deeper dive into another plane. Actually, while we're on
Don't forget,
topic.
Legit smells.
Yeah, Jet,
badly.
you're not the guy. You're not that guy though. I'm not that guy though, so it's okay. Of course, there's MPK working on a bomb as usual. MPK is the missile builder. I'm not. I develop more drop bombs. He develops like cruise missiles and stuff. Anyway, F-35B or Su-57, I think.
The reason it's called B is because that's the one that's on the workshop. A's like overpowered, so he doesn't have it on the workshop.
No, I'm talking about the F-35. The F-22B is on the workshop though. For the exact reason it's not overpowered. And it's the old design, it's not the new one. Anyway, this is the F-35B Lightning II, but I just have it under F-35B. And let's take this for a flight. So, as far as this is where my knowledge runs out. At launch, each of these costed $135 million. Now they have it down to about 80 million. At least that's what Real Engineering said in his video. So I don't know how up to date those are, but anyway, as far as this goes, I can tell you a little about it. it was designed to replace the...
Legit's mama.
No, it was designed to replace the Harrier. But the problem with the Harrier was that its own jet exhaust would get sucked up into the engine, and it would cause the engines to produce less thrust, which would cause the plane to just collapse mid-flight, mid-VTOL flight. The big change in the F-22, or not F-22, F-35 was back here you have a rotating thruster, and up here you have a turbofan system, which in real life would be connected to a crankshaft going back to the jet engine, but of course this is in real life, and we don't have the capability to do that in Trailmakers. At least...
Not yet.
Well, I don't think that's going to be something I need to work on. So I best mimicked it with a propeller. Actually, two propellers, because in real life it's counter-rotating as well. Along with that, and the fact that my legs are currently getting sliced off, but that's okay. Also, big tip when building VTOL systems, your planes are going to become a lot more cooler if you only make it to where there's a sensor that doesn't allow them to go backwards. But if you can go side to side, it makes like doing crap in VTOL so much more fun. Let me see if I can get a good shot of the bottom of this plane. Ignoring all the gimbals, I want to direct attention to that hatch down there. That opens up as well. Same with two hatches. There's a really easy way to do this, which is doing it on the runway, but I don't care. Two hatches.
I'd just like to say, legit, we'll talk for hours about this sort of stuff.
Yeah, I will. Screw it, I'm just hopping in and hopping out. I'm going at a first person so I can actually see what I'm doing. I'm having fun. I'm just floating here in the Skyjet. You should do a flyby. And then we should fly in unison. Me and the F-22 and you and the F-35. Like we did that one time. Because that's actually like pretty BA. Anyway. This is the moment where Back in Black should be playing by AC/DC, and like Fortunate Son should be playing, and like USA. Anyway, another key difference. I think I mentioned a turbofan increases stability. It's also heavy. Another key thing about it, it's designed differently from normal props or turbofans. I don't particularly know how, because I'm just grabbing at straws.
It just is, okay?
And I've just been using off the head knowledge.
Words.
But, yeah, oh, of course I just did that. Gosh darn it. But anyway, another thing about the F-20 or not F-22, F-35 that I've been trying to mimic. In fact, I have a prototype of it. Is its special helmet that allows the pilot to virtually see through the plane. This vent is also here in real life as well. Yeah.
See what I mean, guys?
Yeah.
Think about it though. I have to listen to this daily.
That's your choice.
Fair point, but still.
Anyway, moving on. I actually really like the cockpit in here. Really, really like it. It's probably my favorite cockpit I've built in the game. We do slowly lose altitude. Look, we're 365 days in the air. Actually, I think that's in meters. But anyway, we got great visibility. Especially, you can see the top of the big main hatch over the turbofan. But, I mean, yeah. Looking at this. Of course, we can turn that off. It is a tight fit in the back there with that turbofan. Which is something the Spectre doesn't have because it doesn't have a hood over its turbofan. But, for sake of realism, this does. And it doesn't impact performance that much, so it's okay. Of course, with this being a VTOL plane, we have to properly land it. Oh my gosh, MPK's alive. I don't know if you guys heard him talk a second ago, but he's actually alive.
Yes, little girl. Yes, please.
That's a little rougher than I'd have desired. This is where landing gear would be great, but
Legit's not smart enough.
well, I just haven't had a reason to mount it on an airplane, especially when I have VTOL stuff. The Spectre really lands softly. Alright, continuing on. Su-57.
The soup.
The soup kitchen Sue is what I used to call it quite a long time ago. I've actually got two types of these planes, some with the F-22, and I'll show those off because they are not as beautiful or capable as these. This is only slightly gyro assisted, and it's only in this axis. It's only in roll. In terms of pitch, that's all done by, oh, I just realized I didn't really do a thorough walk around, but that's okay. It is all controlled by those two, well, the two huge elevator ailerons, whatever you want to call them, in the back, and the flaps on the leading roots of the wings. Of course, the engines, just like in real life, are a gondola style, and I did the best on the circular nozzles I could. I'm sure there's better out there. Oh my gosh, what was that? Oh yeah, sun rims are perfect for this type of stuff. And this is significantly slower than the F-35, but the F-35, or not F-35, this is faster than the F-35, but it is not as fast as something like the F-22, which is, yeah. But it's in its own league.
When you close your eyes to the
Yeah, anyway, we just wrecked into a tree, but I got some more stats on this.
Those trees.
I got some more stats on this beautiful plane. Boy. Okay, perfect. Runway's clear. Let's take off before it isn't. Also, that's on a steering hinge. That's how I got that angle. Same with that angle in the top half of the plane. Super annoying, but it's okay, we got it. You can actually glitch parts into other parts, which is really handy. This plane does have a knack for making noises mid-flight, and that's all due to those ailerons in the back. I feel like ailerons is wrong, because ailerons are what you'd have on the wings, but instead of ailerons we have flaps there. Gosh, I don't, pardon me for not actually remembering. I'm pretty sure, I mean, they may be just called elevators, or, oh no, elevons, there we go. Finally, you see that? I figured it out. They're elevons. That's their actual name. They're called that because they're both elevators and ailerons. Most fighter jets, I barely, I mean, unless you really get to like old fighter jets, most fighter jets have a system with elevons, while most commercial flights and cargo planes are gonna have an aileron and elevator system. Elevators being the flaps at the back. The Sukhoi Su-57, or Su-57, I've heard some people, some pedantic people who just want to be douchebags, pardon me, but yes, they really get on my nerves, say
Jesus Christ.
Su, but Su, Su doesn't make a difference. There's only actually like 10 of these in existence, which is sad because I really do like the plane. In terms of looks, but like, don't tell the F-22 I said this, but I think this looks better.
Gee, you need mental help, I'm not even kidding.
Nobody says the guy with mop for hair.
I'm going to cause great pain to you.
Says the guy who literally off stream sits there and makes weird jokes.
I'm going to bring great harm to you.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, this is just one of my favorite planes in real life. Along with the F-22. The F-22 in this, I prefer the looks of this, but the F-22 is American, so it's automatically better.
You sure there ain't no bias in there?
There is absolutely no bias in there. Definitely not. This is set up like the F-35 cockpit. It's not the same cockpit, but it's very similar. It has a spot for a HUD, but I haven't put one in.
Because who needs a HUD when you could
Exactly.
have a bod?
It acts as like a oh, what do you call it? Just a more like dimmed part of the glass. So I mean, yeah, that is the Su-57, and really, I mean, yeah, this thing is pure eye candy. I think anybody could build it. It's just down to time. So I'm going to pull out old Su-57 I
Old
had.
stuff.
Yeah, some of the old stuff. Starting with this.
Old stuff is concerning. Be warned, everybody.
Old stuff is... Yeah, immediately starting off with those stressor patterns, you can tell this is a lot older. This was made by the Airborne update and then never touched again. Immediately looking at the differences though, what's crazy is that this one's smaller. This one's bigger. Just
Also,
like
be
right off the
warned,
bat.
just so you can know that this is physically his, he has this stupid little triangle here for some reason.
Yeah.
It's...
I don't know why MDK is
Oh,
missing the bombs.
and then there's the
but-
storm. Well, the star, sorry.
Oh, on the rear vertical stabilizer? Yep. Look at that star.
There.
Yeah, I decided to take that off of the much better looking. I mean, look at the back even. This wasn't built while looking at a diagram of the Su-57 in real life. This was built while looking at a diagram of the Su-57 in real life, and you can see the difference. This one's a lot better proportioned. This one isn't. This one also uses the same cockpit as literally like all but 2 of my planes, or all but 3 of my planes.
Hey, legit. Every time I take it off in this plane, it starts spinning rapidly around. How would I fix that?
I forgot about this plane. And it still flies just as as I remember. Consistent, yes. I thought this was the end all be all when I built it, guys. I'm gonna be honest. Even like Jet can back up my claim I just made. I built it and I literally said, why do I need to build more planes? This is literally the perfect plane. And then this got shot down and I went, okay, actually we need better planes. And I'm proud to say that the F-22 has not been shot down once, because nothing can catch up to it.
I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
And very few things can outmaneuver it, so I think it's a great thing.
The average moron in their mother's basement is unable to touch it.
There you go.
Legit, I need your help.
Well, anyway, that is the old Su-57. I also changed up the way to design wings. Don't design it in the way you see it on this aircraft. It's really unstable and prone to randomly exploding. Just
Oh yeah, I
FYI.
remember your line of randomly exploding planes.
Yeah, not fun.
There was a
Moving
time
on.
where all of legit stuff would randomly explode.
There was. It was not fun. And it was deeply annoying because you join a server to go blow people up and then you'd be blown up. But
By yourself.
growing pains, what can I say? I really wish MPK wasn't stuck to my wing. But that's okay. We'll just send them off the edge.
We also wish that he was speaking, but that's not happening.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with MPK, but that's okay. We'll just transform so that F-22 is not sitting in the ocean. And this is the new one. You guys have already seen it, but I kind of want to go a brief overview with it because I think it's just as pretty as the Sukhoi. Contradicting myself, but I say that when I look at the Sukhoi, and then I look at the F-22 and I go, that's more pretty. And I just switch between them. So, yeah, that's the Sukhoi. We don't need the Sukhoi. Though I'd like to mention the vents on the Sukhoi are a lot more familiar, or a lot more similar to the vents on, oh yeah, I'd like to mention, these are basically the same plane. The old Sukhoi and the old F-22, except for the F-22 is less advanced, actually. And it was wide. Let's just start off with direct comparison. This, a lot longer, and only like 2, maybe 3, 4 blocks wider. Definitely not 3, but maybe 2 to 4 blocks wider. So that's the first thing. Proportions are different. Second thing, the F-22 is taller. The new one. F-22A. That's the A. This is just called F-22. No drag reduction glitch, nothing like that.
Because back then, legit was against using glitches, but now he's not.
It's not the, oh, this has a camera on it. Holy crap.
Hey yo, you watching people as you bomb them?
I am. I forgot to put this on
I
here.
managed to figure out how to build the crystal, and it's now going good.
Nice, nice.
That's good. I think.
Same missile controls, but I think this one's slightly slower.
Of course, it bloody does that. So, of course it does.
There's really nothing to say about this craft. I mean, it really was just a placeholder. I still think it's relatively good compared to some of the stuff I've seen flying around recently. But let's not forget, and I'm just gonna transform, it's not worth landing. But this, oh yeah, you know when the game lags. Oh, never mind. I guess we aren't gonna get to see it.